All right, so on its face, this episode wasn't much. But if you give a shit about character development and growth, then they hit all the right buttons. They needed an episode like this because so far it's been self-contained situations, which are fine. They're fine. We needed to get to know Jennifer a bit more and this internal struggle because it's very real and it's very different from what Bruce had to go through. Boy, I knew I couldn't trust that dude, man. I knew I couldn't trust that dude. They threw some new characters in the mix. Wow. On that note, Kevin Feige is really digging in the crates. As far as supporting characters go, he is really digging in the crates. I didn't know who those guys were. None of them. But I did my own digging, and a few of them hint at characters that we're going to see soon. We'll get to that. And they push things forward a bit. Okay, Jennifer's bathroom. We got the Miss Marvel text on the TV screen. It's funny that she's eating string cheese after after what Wanda did to Mr. Fantastic. And She-Hulk has definitely been more about Jen adjusting to She-Hulk more than it's been about She-Hulk taking Jen over, you know. Marvel has always been about the characters. They're people first, superheroes second. Boy, I hate that guy, dude. I hate that guy, dude. Man, she's just so happy, so smitten. It just sucks that he did her like that. I mean, we all saw it coming, but damn, dude. See, and he played the long game, too. Well, not that long. He hit it that same week. Now, look at her shoulders. There's marks in her shoulders. Wow. He got her blood while she was asleep. Yeah, the purple suit. The purple suit. Yeah.
Oh, are you going down a rabbit hole on that intelligentsia site?
What? No, I don't care what a bunch of losers say about me online. Can't even say it to my face because they know they get Hulk smashed.
Ooh, once again, acknowledging the trolls. I just love how aware this show is of itself, man. It's my favorite thing about this show, by far. I'm a bit suspicious of Nikki at the moment because she brought it up to Jen that she was being honored. And I'm thinking that the gala is going to be just a big setup where all these villains can have her cornered. And everybody's going to get a sample of her blood. Anybody who wants powers. And except for Daredevil, she's not going to have any backup. Well, she might. She might. Unless they're in on it too. Like Emil Blonsky's group. They could be in on it too. I low-key think they are. But I'm usually wrong when it comes to predictions, so I hope she didn't lose sleep over that guy. I think this guy is involved, his parole officer. I kind of think he's involved in it. He got her to go all the way out there. They probably set it up to where her car was going to get bashed up. And then the group lures her into a false sense of security. Just a lot of things running through my mind right now about where this is going. No. 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 All right, and here we go with the weirdos. We've got Manbull and Alejandro Montoya. Manbull is a Daredevil villain. They know they're depriving us of Daredevil, so instead we're going to get one of his old villains. Montoya is a Ant-Man and Wasp villain, and we know we've got Quantumania around the corner. See, I really think they set that up. Leave her stuck there. It's all a plot. It's funny that it's not so subtle. I mean, if you watch enough TV, stuff like this just kind of glares, you know? I mean, Manbull's cool. There's nothing new about likable villains. It's one thing to be likable, but these guys are friendly. But if they have comic book roots as villains, then that's how I'm going to frame them. So I don't trust them. I would say that Blonsky's trying to lure her in, but she did get him parole in the first place. So maybe he's just trying to return the favor. There's a couple of ways you can look at it. And here we go. In the back, you've got Abomaste, which is a play on Abomination and Namaste. Saracen. He's clearly a Blade tease. But in the comics, he doesn't look like that. And he was only in a couple of comics in 1999. So out of everybody in that room, he's the most recent.
People constantly assume that I am a matador. It's dehumanizing.
Spanish is a language, not a nationality, so.
You've never heard of Spain?
God, man, how do you say something so dumb? How do you have a language without a country of origin, bro? But he only thinks he's a vampire. A black vampire, a daywalker at that. That's Blade shit, dude, very clearly. And Porcupine, this guy, Wrecker.
That guy's here? You probably don't even remember who he is. Tell me they previously on him. No, I don't care. We're doing it again. Previously on this guy.
She destroyed the fourth wall with that one. Oh, and right here we finally get to see her Hulk out on camera. Oh, don't hate me, motherfucker. Ah! Wow. Dag. And he's taken his side. Porcupine tried to sell his suit to the military, but they weren't going to pay him what he wanted, so he just turned to a life of crime. They're just coming down on her like she doesn't know how to handle relationships and shit. Everyone's like, oh, no. Why? Why'd you do that?
Getting a little worried. Just want to know you're okay. Blushing smile emoji.
Everybody in the room's like, what are you doing, man?
I think that we have to start considering the very real possibility that you were ghosted.
Or he wanted your blood.
No, not that.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. It's funny, but that's what's happening. They're trying to push it forward while we're in a situation that fans aren't interested in. This is the highlight of the episode, clearly.
You know in high school, that friend that you have that's like, like cooler than you are, like more attractive and athletic, and they get all the attention from everyone? Hello. Like, you think life would be so much easier if I were that person. And I can turn into that person anytime I want to. And everyone pays attention when I'm this. Like, my colleagues, my boss, guys. But it feels like cheating, because would they like me if I didn't have all of this? Like, if I was just Jen? Would the same guys who like She-Hulk stick around for Jen? Because some of them don't. And that sucks for Jen, because Jen is great. And no one cares when they're She-Hulk. So, like, I meet this guy who actually likes Jen, and that just felt good to know that, you know? And then he ghosts me, and it sucks.
See, every character in these Disney Plus series get these real moments. That was hers. That internal struggle, man, it's real. I want to believe these guys are genuine, but I just don't know. Because if they pull a 180 and make these guys part of the intelligentsia, or maybe just another group of villains trying to get her blood, that's gonna suck, bro. I mean, not narratively. It won't suck narratively speaking, but for our character, for our hero, it's gonna suck. Because she can't trust nobody. They're really being cheap with the transitioning. From Jen to She-Hulk, from She-Hulk to Jen. They're being kind of cheap with it. Like, the next time we see her, it'll probably be in a movie, and she'll do it like 5 or 6 times. I thought that was Mark Henry at first.
How many hours a day have you been wearing that mask, Papa?
Boy, am I ashy?
No.
Motherfucker, I wish you were ashy. You smell like shit. They're encouraging her to delete Josh's number. I mean, that's growth. That's how you move on. But could there be an ulterior motive behind getting rid of that contact information? That was the beauty of this whole episode. On its face, it's like, oh, I don't want to watch this shit, man. Why is she in a group therapy meeting, dude? Like, dude, there's something going on beneath that surface. They've got comic book roots as villains, but right now they're allies? I don't buy it. Did notice something in her contacts in her phone earlier. There's a Jessica in her contacts list. Just Jessica. It could be Jessica Jones. Could be. Because all her contacts are listed alphabetically. And Jones is right under somebody with the last name Johnson. So it could work. And Jessica Jones does business with lawyers. Jerry Hogarth. Yeah, definitely go back to earlier in the series and see if... Well, matter of fact, go back to the beginning of this episode and see if there's any marks on her left side. If there aren't, then he took her blood. Why did he take a picture, though? Creep? I don't know why they wouldn't show it, but I think he definitely took her blood, dude. Shoot, he got a 2-for-1. No mid-credit scene. I thought they were going to put a mid-credit scene at the end of every episode, but no, that's cool. That's cool. They don't need to do it. They don't need to do it. I say get the ball rolling on other shit. You can save Daredevil for the finale. I'm not the typical fan. I don't have to see the big shit right away. Start setting stuff up, tie up loose ends.